Yeah, so I mean, it sounds like Dignitas they're gonna get the start kind of they wanted, be able to play their game in the very first game. They get to show off this roster.
On the other side, CSGO, it's all about their 5v5, it's all about their flank. But hold on, gank in the mid lane.
Cocoon comes out and does catch onto B as well. He's not able to use the glacial path to get out. He's caught, of course, being stunned. Can't use that E again. He goes down.
Beautiful gank from Kirei right there. And Swift, I don't know if he can take this one.
Does land the javelin, he's got to leap forward anyway, but Kirei, of course, doing the percent health damage. Back and forth, he just used the repel to get up, and that's the flash being forced, and now Kirei going to use one of his own. He gets the Q in, and the execute comes out.
And here comes the teleport, Doinby.
Another glacial path forward, he wants to continue to fight. Now he's in his own territory, but Kirei's on top of him. He should be able to get the damage down, and Shifter flashes the wall and finishes it with that auto attack.
Absolute disaster for CSGO right there. You effectively just burned a 5-minute cooldown to, if this turns into a counter gank situation, Fiora and Elise are stronger.
Well, Kirei at least wants to get the gank down. Don't know about the counter there because Swift's not there, and there we go. V going to get jumped on here. SmittyJ putting down some early damage, and it's pretty much as simple as A, B, C. SmittyJ comes away with the kill. On the mental side of things, Dignitas looking confident, and Kirei, he's heading topside yet again.
And again, the tower dive potential out of Elise is phenomenal with her repel, able to juggle that tower aggro. V does not have the onslaught of shadows.
Oh, Cocoon does here. I mean, it's going to be all and said and done there, really is. Kirei can just come through and pick that one up here. They're farming V.
Just never known as a massive playmaker, but meanwhile in the top lane.
Well, the grand challenge goes down, and V definitely has to get the heck out of dodge. It's going to be one more tick, and he might even be able to dive this one with the extra health. Rip-Off comes out. There's the Ignite, though, in response. Good work from V. SmittyJ's going to survive that one, but only just.
A little bit of a miscommunication there from SmittyJ and Kirei. I think if he had just waited for Elise to get in position. And there's the level 6 onslaught of shadows, and V will find a pickup kill. So again, Dignitas just kind of deep vision all over Swift's jungle if he's going to get an opportunity or window to do that.
Jesse's now looking for a death set as TCT was already caught by Cocoon, and that Trundle is just not tanky enough yet. And Dignitas finding picks where they need to, and here's the 3-man roam. And the top lane is where he's sojourning right now. He's not spotted by a ward, so he's going to go in for this one as well. Does land that javelin, that's pretty good. SmittyJ obviously trying to riposte, going to dash away, but Onslaught of Shadows is just going to get the job done.
And it was really just important that he landed that javelin, but meanwhile, Kirei again.
Another Cocoon towards TNT and a distance to follow up. All the CC coming at the right times for Dignitas, and they respond accordingly in the bottom lane. And they'll probably have this tower.
7-2.
Diplomacy is key, I feel, in these situations. Doinby going forward here as well. What's he going to do? I mean, Shifter does get tombed up there as well when he manages to get out. It's a good little pillar of filth, actually, that's going to knock Shifter up. And now, of course, the active of his ultimate, he gets that subjugate down. A 1-for-1 trade, a messy thing there as well, as of course. Yeah, of course, and a correction, it wasn't a 1-for-1, it was a 1-for-0, as Shifter was the only one that went down. TNT wants to push in at the bottom here. Culling will come out, but SmittyJ seems to have found him as well, and he does lay down that grand challenge, but straight away, it's a teleport coming in. SmittyJ has to get out. There's another TP on towards that cannon minion, and there's Doinby. He's coming forward. Smitty is able to block a little bit of damage, but he's under his own tower. There's just no one to help him. And that is a nice little play there from Doinby, getting aggressive.
Some protection and security there.
It does look like that's going to be happening. Jesse's goes forward, throws the lantern back. Doinby as well will have to tomb. No, he doesn't tomb himself. He actually uses on Jesse's, if I'm not mistaken. Swift gets out towards the back. The double kill coming out. A 2-for-1 trade here for Dignitas. How?
And they sacrificed their tower right there. It obviously assists with checking for blind spots, making sure that you don't walk into an obvious trap. Swift.
Swift goes in, does steal the red away, and he might want to fight off the back of this one. TCT is close. It might be a pillar of frost, but the repel's going to come out quickly. But there's Doinby, gets in there with the frozen tomb, and Kirei, he's dead to rights.
Dignitas just not consolidating their resources.
Oh, Dignitas now with 4 players here. Definitely want to take this mid out of turret, and they'll probably have it too. Not really much to be done. Doinby's going forward, but he's caught up in the gravity field. He will get blown up. And of course, the middle out of turret falls to Dignitas there as well. Jesse's but will not connect.
And just like that, Dignitas are back in control of their gold lead. But here comes Doinby from behind.
Straight in from the back. Spooky Ghost come out there. He maybe didn't want that target, but the Onslaught of Shadows come straight through over the fight. Grand Challenge is laid down towards TCT. We see that Jesse's got isolated towards the left side of the fight. Up the top, it's TNT getting a bit of a clean up here. Already 2 down for Dignitas, and Doinby might not be done there. It's a full-scale retreat here for Dignitas, but Swift is gaining on them, and he wants to jump on towards one of those lower targets.
Good disengage there from Shifter, but will it stop Swift? If he lands the spear, Spiderlings are blocking.
The chase is still on by the looks of things. Swift would love to close the gap, and V's going to come in from the side, but straight away the Death Spray comes out, forces him back, and that was almost a very, very dead horsey.
And Shifter right there with good cooldown management saves at least.
To see if he's going to be trying to lane that one down in the fight. V seems to have caught towards SmittyJ. Almost does want to go in. Maybe Swift You can never tell with these guys, but Jesse's looks like Dignitas might try and make something happen here as well. TCT in the backline, beautiful onslaught of shadows though, but V is caught in the gravity field. He'll drop down. Shifter lives for the moment. Smitty J does go down as well. Kirei and Apollo, full-scale retreat. Jesse's almost falling foul to that javelin. And Dignitas, they dip their toe in.
Out of Xiaogu in terms of like their carries. Now when I talk about the carries, I'm talking about Swift, and hold on, Jez is caught.
Yeah, speaking of skirmishing, Jesse's is in a 1v5 skirmish of his own design, and he will drop. Very simple there. Dwinby actually going to be using the Frozen Tomb there to secure that one away.
Likewise, over the wall.
Yeah, Swift able to get out of that one pretty
Whereas Dignitas, they want to, again, that Venn diagram of murder. They want the 5v5 where everyone's in the same area, layering their abilities on top of each other, and getting these executions down to get Apollo rolling.
Well, they might have it here. Kirei forced to get the heck out towards the back of that fight. TCT was too deep. We've heard that one before, I think. Onslaught of Shadows is coming out, and the grand challenge was laid down. It's going to be a 3-for-nothing fight. And Dignitas just breeze through that one.
Exactly what I was talking about right there. They got it funneled all into one area. You got the execution. Apollo's jumping forward, and look at that tower just get shred.
They have Baron buff as well. QG giving a fight over, giving them so much presence now as they push forward, and these Nexus turrets are now under threat.
They could end the game right here unless Doinby pulls something big, but he has the Frozen Tomb.
Smitty J got to go forward as well. Did he manage to shrug off that Frozen Tomb with his riposte? Possibly. We're going to go towards the Nexus there, and Dignitas have done it. What a quick finish there as well. Almost suspension of disbelief for us there, of course, after that team fight. QG could not have picked a worse place to go 0 for 3.
Dignitas, new team, new expectations. They can no longer be chained down by the...
Okay,
Yeah, to be fair, I don't know what I would pick. If I would be like in a situation with Lulu being banned, Malphite being banned, Dr. Mundo being banned, what do you pick into Rise?
Possibly they'll move Apollo and Jez down towards the bottom side and try to work on another free objective. Again, the meta is still very structure focused because it's the only source of global gold.
Oh, Shockwave being used there towards Dwinby. Shifter coming forward, he flashes out of the gravitation field. He gets the first blood with command attack. And that Orianna is off to a good start.
And this is something that the lane swap...
Too inclined to try and beat the heads of QG in. They just want to force them back, get in their heads, and continue to push up that battle line. But here comes Kirei up burrowing towards the mid lane, and that maverick of a jungler is going to get involved in that kill. He is caught in the gravitation field, but he'll be able to get out safely.
Doinby is just getting frankly outclassed by Dignitas right here. Shifter getting the 1v1 kill, and again, Dignitas have identified the weak point on Xiaogu, and they're continually punishing it.
Jesse's now looks to come in for the backside as well. Doesn't get the pulverize. The flash from Swift was just quick enough. He might want to try and return some damage now as Jesse's is forced to use a little bit of a heal to back away from that one now. Swift is just going to spread some damage. Look to try and at least harass here for TCT. Looks toward the back line as well. He's in no man's land. He's caught out. It's LMQ more all over again, and the fight might continue to go from there. V gets in towards Jesse's. It's an ultimate being used there. Unbreakable Will might keep Jesse's alive for a little bit longer, but he's going to be surrounded and picked to pieces.
Stone mastery there, keeping Alistair alive for Fortune, just because the distance is so long that there's almost no way that you can trade with it, especially if she gets the proc off of the Thunderlord's Decree.
Glacial Fisher does come out here, and Jesse seems the one that's being caught. But you're going to see the rat-a-tat-tat coming out from TNT, and it's a fairly easy secure on that kill, but a lot of resources were committed. You can see the V is bottom side now as well.
This time around, they do have more mid-game power spike with Misfortune as well as Orianna, and it looks like they're going to continue this trend.
Opening things up with some damage on towards V. That's Jesse's bit time. He lands it. No way he was getting out of that one. Shifter has to back away from the Chaos Storm, but it's just not going to do enough damage. For percentage.
Exactly, percentage, and again, because people are getting more items, it's relatively strong, but hold on, V caught.
And he's probably going to be taken down as well. There's a teleport coming in. It might be a little bit late. Dwinby, why? He's going to go for a bit of damage, though. Kirei's looking low, but the Unburrow comes out, forced to flash away for Dwinby, and there is Smitty J. He's on top of him. He gets the finish off there, and Swift is trying to return some damage too, but will he go down? You better believe it, and Smitty J gets through that one. It's a triple kill for the Trundle.
And this is exactly what I was talking about. Victor having that. Swift is still up. He's still nowhere near this. Dig again, making a pretty solid second Baron call.
It does look like at least that Xiaogu might even just contest this a little bit. Rat-a-tat-tat coming out. There's a shockwave, beautiful flash from TNT to get out of that, and he's spreading some damage in towards that team fight. Jesse's goes deep, and Apollo tries to get a bullet time off, but he's interrupted. He goes down, but V now, he's right at the back, trying to keep himself alive, and he does. And Smitty J might be the next to fall. He's very, very low. 2 down already for Dignitas. It's been a 2 for 2. Jesse's going for the bop here, but it might not be enough to get him out of trouble. He will fall to the death ray, and Smitty J as well. He's not long for this world himself, hoping to catch out towards V. Very, very clever. Rune Prison goes down. Smitty J chases. He gets the kill. Beautiful stuff from Smitty J, and he will finally fall. The fight goes 3 for 4. Dignitas, a little bit shaky.
I stand correct.
Yeah, we can see the teleport going to come straight back in from Dwinby as well. So this might be a fight. Maybe the one that Chalky were looking for. They're going to come forward, and Jesse's is a little bit caught out. He gets the knock-up on towards Swift, but when do Dignitas respond? We did see a shockwave happening off screen. They did get the Baron. The bullet time is going to be coming out, and TCT blocks a heck of a lot of that one. Apollo will fall. The Rat-a-Tat's out, claiming its targets, and this is it. Chalky are going massive. It's a complete and utter clean ace, and they now push forward. That's the team fighting Kings for you in the flesh.
And that's Xiaogu. It's fairly well even spread.
Yeah, I mean, it's VJ. There's obviously a problem with a lot of gold going towards him, but Apollo's caught there. He's got to drop down. TNT just blows him the heck up. Apollo didn't even know what hit him, and now Jesse's might be started on. He does try and get the knock up at Swift. Oh, the burst damage coming back towards that Needle is quite extreme, but he's still able to survive, and Jesse's is caught in that gravity field. He will again fall down. Shockwave coming in as well, but it's not going to have any follow-up to it. Kirei trying to back away. Shifter choosing to protect himself. They'll just get out of that one, but Dignitas now... We talk about the solid, the rock-solid players here for Dignitas have been Shifter and Apollo to a certain degree, but is it going to be enough? Will they have the Mavericks to back up? It's going to be the bullet time coming straight across this fight. PCT is knocked back, but his shield still has the intended effect. Smitty J wants to come forward. Kirei coming in, but is there going to be follow-up? If he does get that Unburrow, it's an immediate rune prison towards him, and a Glacial Fissure being used there by TCT, but Dignitas still want to come forward. The kill comes out towards Apollo, and Smitty J isn't done there. The Pillar of Frost continuing to be used. Jesse gets to get another pulverized. Oh, it's a miss! And Swift actually manages to get a kill in there somewhere, but Apollo with his second. Smitty J is relentless. He's unstoppable, and he's giving absolutely no quarter here, but look at the turnaround. V and Swift, they might put this on his head. Oh my lord, only Apollo's left. He might get away, but between the two of those, V and Swift able to keep QG in that one. Now, a little bit harder. Chaos Storm coming out here as well. Might be a fight. This is where Chalky want to fight. They want Dignitas to come forward and meet their own makers, as it were, here. Look at them kiting back on it. But there we go. Swift does drop down, and here comes the push back in. Jesse's towards the back. He's low, but he's still alive. Glacial Fissure now catching on towards 3, but Apollo's there. He has the duel out, and the Death Ray is going to claim his life. V manages to get out of the fight somehow. Dornby is still healthy. Death Ray as well is going to continue to hurt.
Sure.
Still, I mean, it's a beaten and battered. I mean, both teams kind of are quite low here. Dornby fancies a pick off on Jesse's, and he might just have it here. TCT trying to go in there with the Winter Spite, and look at Dornby. Lays another Death Ray down there as well. V's gotten involved in the fight, and he's going to spread that damage everywhere. This rise is massive, and the Baron, sure enough, goes to Dignitas, but Chalky, again, crushed Dignitas in the pit.
Again.
Maybe a little bit more brains behind the machine. That is Chalky. With there, it is that inhibitor turret. So Dignitas is still coming forward here. Chalky might want to turn this around, but they should be able to clear the gap and get away. Swift is chasing off towards the side here, though. He's fancying himself a target.
We did have the teleport, like you said, coming in for V, so Smitty J does have his TP up and available. Here we go.
The re-engage comes in. Kirei looking for an Unburrow. He doesn't get it. He's actually above ground, and he's stunned up, of course. Gravity Field is forcing his flash out. Rat-a-tat-tat coming through. It's a one-man shockwave. That's it. It's not going to be enough for Dignitas, and they keep playing it like that. Smitty J has to flash over the wall, and TCT is already on top of him. Another clean ace. Chalky are all over the teamfight aspect, and you can see the look there on Smitty J's face. He knows he messed up, and Dignitas know they messed up. Chalky going for the throat.
And Dignitas, this is why you do not face Xiaogu into the late game. There was no reason they should have gotten here. Both games have gotten a substantial lead in that early game, but indecisive or incorrect calls in the mid game allow Xiaogu to get their footing back in it. Ooh, is this going to be the game for them? Look at these death timers.
Yep. I mean, they're above 20-odd seconds here as well. Chalky looking for the win here. They want it, and they want it more than Dignitas, especially in this game number 2. And they, ladies and gentlemen, are going to make it a game 3. The first game of the weekend, and it's going to be a big one. That Nexus will fall, and there's nothing that Dignitas can do. GG!
Why are you facing the kings of team fighting in a 5v5 scenario? Dignitas, they had all of the tools, they had all of the options. They could have chosen, we're fighting here, we're not fighting at all. And they just ran headfirst into disaster.
So the question is now, how fast can QG adapt to the lane?
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Something to look forward to. Of course, a little bit big differences here in the picks. Also, I think...
Well, that was the old saying anyway.
It's still fairly true. He does hit the javelin toss. Okay.
Well, so they might go in for this one. It's tentative. It's so funny. You kind of know what's happening. They're circling like vultures. And Smitty J, he's going to have to be quick on his feet. Grandmaster's Might has popped immediately, but so much damage is going towards him. He's not going to be able to get the stun. And QG now can pull him apart. Just like vultures. first blood towards Swift.
I always do enjoy it when teams choose to gank the teleport just because you know exactly what kind of numbers advantage you're going to have. But meanwhile, in the top lane,
The flash forward from Jesse's, he doesn't land the box, and TNT now going to get knocked up. Kirei got there at just the right time. Apollo flashing forward. He wants to secure that kill towards TNT, but Jesse's, he gets the auto attack in and takes it for his team.
beautiful cross-map play from Dignitas. They know that Swift is in the bottom. They know that the resources work.
Still gets something for that gank there. Kirei coming back for another crack at the bottom side, but again, flash away from Fiora. It's going to be yielding them some results in the future. Shift just walks straight in, but he manages to get the burst on Swift out of nowhere. Of course, we know what Victor can do when he can burst down. I guess the Swift there just didn't even know what was coming. What you're getting yourself into or what your opponent can do. As teleport to the bottom side, and the challenge has been laid down by Viva. Smitty J just trying to sustain through this a little bit more. The stun doesn't activate. Of course, the bill's parried away. And V is able to heal up through that one. Another successful dive towards that Jax. Yeah, I mean, he wasted no time in trying to clear that out, but he might find himself in a little bit of danger here. Smitty J is going to try and get to grips with him as well. Swift going a little bit low, but Smitty J, where's the follow-up? Where's Kirei? He's not here. Smitty J still gets the kill towards Swift, but he's not going to be able to sustain through the damage for V. And Kirei, well, he just has to look on in dismay as the 1-for-1 goes down. Oh, Dragon work as well being done here for QG. Just going to pick that one up. Even with the health pool of outer turrets increasing, it's still not an issue. But Jesse's now getting knocked up, getting completely caught out and absolutely nowhere. There will be no follow-up. There will be no funeral. He falls on his own.
And suddenly there are
The blue side of the map as it was a ward that went down again. Those two roam together to get the vision. Apollo has found an opening towards TNT, but he goes forward. Oh, buster shot, okay. Thought he might commit fully to that one as well, but just hoping to get a bit of extra damage across. But Doinby coming in from the backside, and there is Swift as well. He's chasing them down. He hit the javelin on towards Apollo. The teleport's going to come in. Smitty J is in the house. A big knock-up coming out there. And Unburrow as well. TCT gets so much CC down, but Smitty J does get the kill towards V. Swift is going to drop as well. That's a double for that Jax. As you said, one way or another, that man is going to come back swinging, but the triple kill comes there for Doinby as well. TCT and Doinby trying to back away. Shifter and Kirei in hot pursuit. Unable to take down Doinby, but here's the group towards mid. Dignitas again, they want to pressure the outer turret, but it might be their undoing. TCT goes forward. It's a perfect combo from the Alistar, and you saw the Shifter got blown to pieces. Jesse's trying to slow things up. He puts a box towards the side, but it's not going to be enough. He will be eaten for dinner. Doinby gets another one for himself there. A 2 for none. This is QG's now starting to show their teeth.
And I know that you said that TCT, you know, he likes playing the Janna. He's comfortable on the disengaged champions, but the thing that he really made his name on was these hard engaged style champions like Annie, like Braum, and he's a primary playmaker for their team.
Doinby, another kill for him in the mid lane, and Kirei even fancies himself a go. He's going to drop as well, and this Cassidy is getting out of control.
Again, Cassidy was perma-banned away from Doinby in the LPL, one of the few champions that he could confidently play, and Xiaogu will now pick up a delayed ace as well as the Baron.
What can you do?
They're just committing so many resources to try to make that work as well, while meanwhile V in the top lane is prepping the wave and setting up for another siege point.
Doinby just absolute no respect here as well. Rip walks on towards Smitty J, was the target he wanted. He doesn't care. He's going to use that Sonia's Hourglass to avoid the stun. And there's TNT to pick things up. This is now turning into an absolute pandemonium. And Doinby is carving his name on that wall. How Dragon hasn't really been a big issue. They've used Baron to its full extent.
Hello?
Yeah, not really responding to that one there. V is going to work on this one here. Teleport coming in as well. And maybe we'll have a fight here as well. We do see Dignitas pushing forward. Smitty J knocking out a land the stun here as well. A bit of damage returned towards him. Unburrow comes up. Doinby does get the kill as well, but Kirei getting pulled out with the lantern. Beautiful stuff. They managed to hold V in place, but is it enough to kill him? I'm not sure. Jessis falls down. It's a double kill for TNT. 3 players for Dignitas have fallen, and they've made a fight in their own base, and they might pay for it with the game.
Oh, absolute chaos as they pick up another kill.
Because Apollo just going to get completely jumped over. That is the clean ace. And for a moment there, I kind of stopped mid-sentence and thought QG might stop. But I guess I don't know them as well as I possibly should. They're going to push on towards this Nexus. And ladies and gentlemen, we have our first semi-finalist. QG have made it through over Dignitas in a very impressive display as well. Shaky to start, but they finished strong.
And Dignitas looked so good with their new roster, coming out very definitively.